Here we are, guys. Thanks for joining the Drainify channel. We have a special guest tonight. We have two good friends here. So once again, here we are. Mark, how are you, sir? Jenna and Brad.
How's it going?
Hey, everybody.
I have to mute something real quick, guys. My apologies.
Yep, I hear a little bit of echo.
That's me.
But I'll start off and say Happy New Year to the folks that haven't seen or talked to since the first of the year. I know what's today's date? Oh my gosh, we're already like 2 weeks into January.
It's crazy. It is.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
And I'm going to say, Happy birthday. Like Frosty the Snowman, because it's cold out here in Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah. Been chilly, yeah. What's your temperatures up there, Mark?
We got about, we're pushing 30, and it feels like 21.
Oh, my gosh, that's pretty cold.
Yeah, that is chilly.
It's a little chilly.
Hasn't been too bad.
You know what's funny?
Go ahead, Mark.
Flying with the Avata, the wand there. I don't want to call it out of its name like most guys do, but the Avata wand there. You know what I love about that thing is just one hand gets cold.
Right. The other hand can stay in the pocket.
The other one's in the pocket.
Well, you know what they say. I'm going to keep this family friendly, but you can switch hands, Mark.
Well, I think.
Sorry, that's enough.
All right,
you're a softball, man. What can you do, right? You got to hit that thing.
Sorry, Jenna. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
He saw the opportunity, and he went.
Jenna's like one of the guys.
You see her smile.
Sorry.
You don't look it. You don't look it.
Well,
I'm sorry. I meant that in the most respectful way, Mark. You can really switch hands. Now, when you're holding the motion controller, are you only good with it with one hand or the other? Or are you predominantly right-handed or what?
I use my right hand, and that's funny because
you better stop, Brad.
No. I'm serious.
Don't be waving your hand like that either.
Just do it in the car.
Now I'm trying.
The show.
I'm trying to go serious.
I'll try to answer that in a really.
Just do it in the car. I mean, it's nice and warm. Just do it in the car.
Oh
no! So you know what? That's funny because you cannot use the motion controller in your car.
Oh, really?
No, a warning comes up and it says you're blocking the signal.
Well, I wonder how it knows that. It must not. That's weird.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
So I guess you have to do it. You can't. You can't.
This show's gone off the rails. Sorry.
Be incognito when you're using the wand.
Right. Oh, wow.
I'm going to have to corral the cats here, and I wanted to welcome a lot of people that are here. Water. How do you say that, Brad? Water Echoes is here. Jack Rabbit FPV is here, which is Scott. 107 Drones is here. Lambo Drive Zambo FKA.
water toes.
Yeah. So we definitely have a lot of interesting characters here tonight. So thanks again for joining.
Lambo Drive,
USA Drones. I mean, we got a lot of folks. Thank you.
We got Michael Blade FPV. He's in the house. We got Night Train FPV.
Michael Blade.
I think you already called him out, but Scott Jackrabbit FPV is here. Rodney Bell's in the house. How you doing, Rodney?
Rodney.
Traveling.
Rodney, my bell, something knocking at the head of
something. Awesome. I am currently sitting in Park City, Utah, guys, and we've had so much snow. And I'll spin this around so you guys can see a little bit of what I'm talking about. You can see my Avata sitting there, my goggles are sitting there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of snow.
Wow.
A lot of ice out there. Looks like.
And my friend here has heated driveway. So
oh wow, that's it.
That way, don't even have to shovel. Wouldn't you like to
Man,
have that, Jenna?
Oh yeah, I
that's
would.
bushy. That's bushy.
You too.
Wow.
Yeah, it is
Heated
incredible.
driveway.
Yeah, heated
Man.
driveway. It is
Whoa.
amazing.
Well, I guess
Amazing.
when you live in Park City, you almost have to have stuff like that if you can afford it. Because I mean, it's always snow up there, right? Even summertime, sometimes they have snow.
Agreed. Agreed. And
Yeah.
right now, the slopes have 120 inches of base.
Wow,
Was
base.
skiing today under blizzard conditions, what air conditions, and got another 18 inches. So I
Wow.
just barely made it back because the traffic is just pretty tough coming off the mountain. Everybody's skiing and boarding, and
Are
got
you
it.
are you other than taking the lifts and stuff like that? Are you having to walk a lot?
I have not because, like I mentioned, my friend is she's one of those national ability NAC. Anyway, she teaches people with ability problems to ski. So blind people, missing limbs, and all
Wow,
that.
good for
And
her, man. That's great.
yeah, it's crazy. And I'll play a video of how these folks teach. And so they watch me ski and then they critique me and then they go, that'll be $75. I was like, how about a dinner? That's about $75. I'll treat you to a dinner.
I want to welcome Max Air 420s in the house. How you doing, Max?
What's up,
Max
man?
here. He loves
Max would love it
DJI.
here. Everybody would love it here. Hey, Night Train FPV is also here. Hey,
Well, you know, I would love. I've been there once, Al, as you and I have talked about this. I've been to Salt Lake City a number of times. I visited Park City once, and it's a nice place to visit, but I don't think that's a place I want to be very long or very often.
yeah.
And I don't ski. I don't ski, so that's one of the biggest things.
So what I'm doing is looking for my phone, but yeah, so it's been crazy, unbelievable. Good. The reason why I am here because I volunteered for the Mark. You would love this to the Sundance Film Festival, and my job was to set up the network in the ballrooms, and so I had like 6 ballrooms I had to set up. I had to set up 6 switches, all of them 16 port switches, and get it all configured. The fire marshal walked through today and blessed it, so we're good to go.
Good.
Nice.
So it's been exciting. It's been a lot of hard work, but
Wow.
it's been a blessing. And so all the, great film. I don't know how to call it, creators, actors will be presenting on Thursday. The film festival will start on Thursday. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Al, are you able to do any capturing of any of your work or anything around there, or is that kind of like don't record?
Yeah. And I will email myself all the pictures that are on my phone, and I'll go ahead and present that to the group. But first of all, I wanted to kind of get back on topic. I know it's enough about me. I wanted to kind of get back on topic, and that was the discussion of the Avata and the firmware updates, and also to talk about the service experience that you had, Mark. So, and I know you and Jenna both have the Avata. So let's start the conversation with the firmware updates and how good are they and what have they done to help you guys. So Jenna, I'll start with you and then we'll pick it up with Mark next.
No, thanks. I'll be really quick. I updated and I didn't do a whole lot with it. I've flown it once since the update. Just I've been really busy and it's been cold and it's been kind of crappy here. But it's you can't take it off until you plug in your old phone. So it's got remote ID active, and yeah, I mean that's kind of about it. I mean, for the most part.
Are you able, Jenna, you're able to disconnect from it once you connect it once?
Yeah, yes. But the one thing wonder about is, all these wonderful places where you want to fly, and where I usually go just to kind of relax and fly. I mean, it's, it's kind of nice. There's nobody usually around, is up on top of the hill behind me, but it has very poor cell phone coverage. And so, okay, so now all these wonderful places that maybe you can go that you don't have internet connection, you can't fly the Avata, and or like now, hey, fast forward until the new regs come out later on this year, September, right? So does that mean anywhere you don't have a phone connection, you can't fly your drone?
Yeah, that's kind of, hopefully not.
Wow. I don't know. I mean,
so I didn't know that you had to have cell phone connection, like a like, just have that connection to fly. So yeah, that cell phone thing, I didn't think was going to be much of a problem for me, but it's started to get like a nuisance, like I don't even understand why I can fly this guy and not have to use my phone, and then have to use my phone this guy, and this guy doesn't fly as fast and crazy, right?
Because that one, I mean, you got, past, future, present sort of thing going on here, right? I mean,
yeah.
Future-proofing the Avata.
A little bit older.
Present is the drone that, drones that we've all got, and then what's going to happen later on.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're going to have to attach this little module on top of it, and like, I mean, Ken Heron's done a little bit of it, and Ken Doa had, the fact that if you put your phone in airplane mode and you try to take off, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so it doesn't work. So if you put your phone in airplane mode, it doesn't work.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have cell connection. So it's the same thing without it being plugged in. No cell connection.
And like that whole idea of like distracting, wouldn't they not want you to really have your phone as a distraction? You get a call, you're trying to fly FPV, you know what I mean? It's just a little distracting. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal for me. I'm like, you know what? We always had to use our phones if we were flying, if we didn't have smart controllers. So, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's just another thing that I had to add to fly. I mean, I do it, and whatever, but I didn't know that you have to have coverage. Like, you have to have like that connection, that mobile.
Yeah, that's how it's.
I think it's
the location.
Isn't that who was it? Sean Oz, or was it Ken Dono said? I mean, you can connect right in the beginning just to get that connection, and then you can completely disconnect after that, right?
Disconnect it.
Right.
Okay.
But then
I was just trying
like,
to
as soon as you in 10 to 13 minutes, you're gonna be connecting it again. So like, it's like
right.
You know what I mean? It's like just keep it connected, and I mean, it's a little nuisance, a little disturbing, but the overall though, the experience of flying the Avata has just been incredible for me, man. It's just I can't get away from it, man. When I crashed the first time, because I crash a lot, but that's because I'm flying in sport mode and I'm trying to go,
crazy,
like
fly
20-something, 30 miles through stuff, you know what I mean? And the openings that I'm trying to go through are pretty tight. So whatever, it's made the crash. I mean, that's just it, you know what I mean? And so I'm not trying to fly in acro right now. It's winter here, and so I'm not gonna freeze both of my hands. Nah, I'll wait till spring.
Right.
And what am I gonna get? Like, listen, I'm not trying to downplay it, because I have so much respect for those who fly acro. I really do, because I think it's like you have to have a lot of experience. I'm talking about guys that really fly acro, guys that, like, you know what I'm saying? There's some guys that I've been watching, and eventually I want to, I'm talking about the diving of a building, like, just some crazy, I definitely want to do that soon, but I'm not going to learn while I have freezing hands. It's just not. Psychologically, it's not going to work.
It's a it's a summer. Well, it's a relatively warm anyway outdoor sport. That sort of thing. And I'm the same way, Mark. I'm right with you. Right. I mean, I'll fly aqua, but I'm not crazy good at I haven't done it that many places.
Right.
So and come springtime, it'll be different.
Yeah. And the Avata is, I don't really believe that the Avata, like you have different modes. What are those modes there for? The Avata is, I believe, for me, and what my opinion, is more of a cinematic type of drone, right? It's a cine whoop. That's why they call it cine whoop. And it's for getting those slow shots. And I've been watching guys that are professionals at flying, manually. And, I've been looking at their YouTube channels and just see what their take is on it. And, they talk about, how this drone is more for cinematic and going through things. And you don't have to always go fast, and you don't always have to do flips and dives and this and that. But it's a cool drone that you can just fly through trees and, or I think it's like a playground drone. Today, I was at a playground and there was a sign there that says you can only be 5 to 12 years old. And I was like, well, my drone's only 3.5 months old or something like that, right? So I was good, right?
Right.
But yeah, cinematic shots, and you get a little faster with the sport mode, and I'm good right there. That's what I wanted for. That's what I really wanted it for. So.
Man, I want to try that drone out so bad. I maybe once I'll get to Florida. I know there'll be a lot of people at the South Florida Drone Meetup, which, by the way, is April 1st, Jensen Beach, Florida. Make sure you're there. We've already got, I think Captain Raby said we're getting close to 90 people on the list already. So, but I look forward to that, and maybe I can check out somebody's Avata. Cheers, by the way, Avata. Everybody always says that.
So, got a drink every time you say it, right?
I'm not drinking tonight. I had too much to drink last night.
I always say, what's Avata with you?
What's Avata with you? That's a good one.
Well, back to what, I hope you get to fly that sometime or another.
Al, I know you want me to talk about a little bit about the DJI experience that I had, and I'll try to make this really quick so it's not lingering on. But the first time I crashed the Avata, it was a pretty bad crash, and I sent it in, and it goes to California. If you're closer to California, you probably don't have to wait too long, but 5 days at least, 4 to 5 days to get from here to California. And then I usually send it on a Monday, and it gets there, and then I get the progress. We got it. We're looking at it. So by the next week, all right, now they're starting to fix it. So they sent me an email saying, oh, okay, this is how much it's going to cost. It was like $290 something to fix it. But I had DJI Care Refresh, but I pressed the wrong button, and it was $290 something that I paid. And when I called DJI and I said, hey, I pressed the wrong button, could you refund me? I'd rather just pay the $29. They said, oh no, we can't refund you. I said, oh man, no. I was kind of bummed, I was mad.
So yeah, $300. Yeah.
Why? I could have paid $29. So I said, I looked at it like, well, you know what? So I'll use DJI Care because I know I'm going to smash it again. So I talked to him, and the guy was like, all right. So before you know it, they said, oh, we're going to send it 2 day air. I said, oh, that's good. I get it back faster. So they sent a 2 day air. When UPS got here, I go out and I look, because I'm, anybody that's getting a drone or something back, or you bought a new drone, you're always looking out for UPS. You'll fly your other drone and around the block and just see if UPS truck is coming.
That's a little creepy, Mark.
Yeah. Where's the big brown truck at? So they drop off this big box. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why is this big box with for the smaller Avata? You know what I mean? So anyways, I open it up, and there it is, a FPV, whatever, the backpack they sell for the FPV, or the DJI backpack. I know it's like about $149 bag. They just threw it in there and they threw a whole bunch of props and whatever else, like all little accessories and stuff. And I was like, wow,
oh, wow.
man, that was so awesome, right? So, all right.
Wow. Nice.
A couple of weeks later, I crash it again. Now, I'm not doing it on purpose because I don't want another bag, right?
Right.
So I send it in 5 days, you know, they fix it, whatever. I call them up and say, hey, can you send it maybe 2-day air and I'll pay for it? They send me an email. It's going to be $92 to send it in 2 days, right? And I was like,
wow.
Well, I said, you know what? I sent them an email. I said, nah, you know what? Just send it standard. I'll wait. Because this time I did press the care refresh, which was $29. You can't beat that. And it would have cost about $100 and something, you know, to fix it. So I used the DJI care refresh this time. And once again, I checked my email. And so I said, no, I don't, you know, just send it standard. But they decided they will, see, even Max Air loves DJI now, you know, like.
DJI is the best. He's lying. He's lying. Don't trust him.
So they don't charge me, of course, and they send it next day in. Like they send it, it's going out on a Friday. I talked to them on a Thursday. They sent it out on a Friday. It got there on a Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. And once another big box, and I'm like, what's going on? What's in this box now? 100 Avatas?
Nice. If they send you an extra one, send it my way.
I opened the box and it's like a brand new Avata wrapped up in plastic, and it's another little bag. I thought the bag was a bag for the Avata, but it's not. I looked into it. It's it's one of those little bags for the mini drone. I guess you could put a Mini 3 in it, or Mini 2, or Mini 1, or whatever. But it's just the incentive. And then inside that bag, there was a whole bunch of little wires and whatever else that I could probably use. And it was just good.
Wow.
And more props, of course, for the Avata. You know, so, you know, and I had a good conversation with one of the guys, the representatives from DJI. I was telling him how good the Avata is and how I'm going to be able to use it on a whole bunch of shoots and how I already used it on a whole bunch of shoots. So, yeah, and that's my little, like, and I made an appreciation video, which is
okay, guys. Cool. On that note,
yeah, that's awesome. Mark, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, Frank.
I was gonna say that's an awesome experience. You don't hear that
Frank
every day.
But I thought about it. I said I don't think.
Okay, so what I'm sharing is your channel, Mark. So if you guys have not subscribed to Mark's channel, there it is, guys.
Yeah.
Please do so. I mean, let's
I put it in the chat.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much.
And if you have already subscribed, you can unsubscribe tonight also.
Yeah. Which video would you like me to promote for you, Mark? I know we've been talking about some of the rescue that you did, course flight.
Yeah. Well, Captain Ray just played that, and we probably have a lot of the same.
Oh, okay.
You know, viewers, but you could probably play one of the. I mean, seeing that we're talking about the Avata, maybe. Let's see, Avata, Bold Point. Let me see, DJI. I just almost had a collision with some geese, but you could it doesn't matter. Any of the Avata ones, that would be fine.
Let's play this one.
Yeah, the collision course, but that's not the Avata, but that's the FPV drone, and this just happened today. And I wanted to fly over water, and all of a sudden that happened. Oh
wow,
scary!
That was amazing. That was
watch
scary.
this. So my bucket list shot was to fly over geese in the V formation, and I got to do that tonight, which was.
And you had the POS to do it, because if you'd have had the Avata, you wouldn't have been able to catch up with them
guys. You know, like.
Right. Oh, look at that. Kind of.
There they come again.
There they are.
There they are.
Yeah, there they are.
Nice landing. I love how they land.
Yeah, it was so graceful. Yeah, just pretty cool.
Yeah, just don't land the drone like that. That doesn't work the same.
Yeah, I tried not to do that, B-Rad.
Well, I'm going to stop sharing and go
That
back.
was awesome. That's a great video right there. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that after the show.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was fun.
That's pretty cool.
Max Hare said he subbed too.
Yeah, Max.
He said earlier that Ray Kelly. He said Ray Kelly hacked his account when he said DJI was the best.
Yeah, I hate Max here.
Johnny's in the
Hate's
house.
such a strong word, Mark.
I know. I hate to love him, though. That's what it is.
Yeah, no. Hate in this case means love him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And USA just
He's a great dude, man. I mean, it was.
Oh,
really
everybody
is. It's his wife, right? Yeah, it's his wife.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I
envy them a little bit, you know. My wife doesn't fly drones, so this is, and then I'm gonna stop talking and let Jenna see.
Tammy.
But I took my wife out flying because I wanted her. Tammy Jean. I took my wife out flying, and I handed her the controller and I let her fly around and stuff. And I say, babe, what do you feel? Do you love it? What do you feel? Do you love it? She goes, I feel just like you feel when you're watching Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh my.
So she doesn't care for it so much, right? Apparently not.
And Charles is in the house. Thanks
hey, Charles. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. And
Charles.
So yeah, definitely appreciate you guys.
Well, Mark, it's a question of what you use the drone for. I mean, if you're flying FPV, just zipping around fast and blah blah blah, whatnot, or are you flying it to kind of take pictures, get some really pretty views of whatever? Then that's different. I mean, there are different types of drone flying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In different perspectives. You see, I don't buy drones to really, I love drones. Believe me, it's fun and everything. But my thing is is this drone gonna get this perspective? Is it gonna match up with my cameras? Like you see my cameras back there. I mean, what perspective am I gonna get, and how I'm gonna add that to a video? Because my videos are not, all shot with drone. So. And I got a lot of plans for these. I know they just came out just before, the winter season here. So I have a lot of plans for these drones in the spring. Avata, there's a stadium here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island that's going to be torn down, and it's a historic, very historic stadium. Pawtucket Red Sox would play there. And we sold, the state of Rhode Island sold it to Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts. They're called the Woo Sox now. And so that stadium still stands, but they're going to be tearing it down. So I'm pushing to do something like Wrigley's Field.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I'm talking to the mayor and talking to whoever I could talk to try to set that up before they tear it down. We'll see what happens.
That's probably got some cool spaces in there to fly around.
It's gonna be so amazing if I can do it. Yeah.
You almost need a couple of drones flying around in there, right?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it in stages, just like Wrigley's Field.
I mean, like chasing. I mean, like following to get some of that. To get some of that footage.
Want to do some like if I do this, and it's gonna be all set up, and we're gonna have people and whatever, try to, do some staging and stuff. But I definitely want behind the scenes type of shots. So I'll probably, call on somebody from my drone group or whatever who I think can handle, some of the background stuff. Maybe Michael Blade, because I know Michael Blade.
Yeah, Michael Blade said he'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm going to interrupt for a second and talking about the DJI FPV, the POS. I'm going to show you a video here that's going to show you the Olympic Training Center at Park City, and which I flew the DJI POS or the original FPV. Hopefully it'll play. We'll see.
So I didn't know it was called the POS. Imagine that. See, you learn something new every day.
So Al, I know there's a lot of snow there, but what's been the temperatures there?
Let me see. Am I sharing this to the group?
Yeah, I'm seeing it full screen. It looks
great.
good.
Yeah,
See?
so the temperature here is you wake up to at the bottom of the hill, you're waking up to 20s, and midday you get to 30s. But if you get to the top of the mountains, then you're dropping about 15 to 10 degrees more.
Woo.
Nice.
So
Single
today
digits.
was in the low teens with a lot of freaking snow. Okay.
Wow.
And it was whiteout conditions. So what you're seeing here is just below. And I'll move this cursor out of the way.
And a lot of folks might not know. I don't know if you said it earlier, but this is Park City, Utah, right? Just up the hill from Salt Lake City.
Correct.
Beautiful, man.
And you can see the POS props in the shot because I didn't mount the GoPro on. It was just too cold to fly. My battery doesn't last but 4 minutes at the most.
Right.
And this is the park coming up. You can see these trails. They're the blue on the lower left. Those are cross-country skiing. This is housing for the Olympic athletes. The 90-meter jump is on your left, and your toboggan run, you can actually get on this, toboggan run in the lower right now, and you can get yourself a run for $300.
Oh, nice.
You get 3 runs, and there's the ski jumps, and this is the view of the mountains here.
Look at that place. Yeah, Salt Lake City's down there to your left, right? Right there.
It is just a little farther to the left if you follow that road all the way there.
Oh, there. Yeah, there you go.
That is it.
Oh, man.
So those are the mountains here. Incredible mountains.
That's amazing.
Incredible views. There's some slopes right there. And that's Canyon. Canyon. I'm going to stop sharing. I think I can do that now. Remove. And
wow, you got back to that thing fast.
Yeah. and I know, Brad, you were asking me, can you share some of the pictures of what I've done? I'll share a video here later, okay? Just to make sure.
Yeah, I was just looking up as well, just so folks know. Park City, Utah is at 7,000 feet elevation.
Wow.
Just to give you a better idea of the mountain height around that area.
And at the top of the highest lift they have there, you will be at 11,000 feet elevation.
Oh, wow. Good grief.
Wow. You hydrate a lot before you get here and while you're here too, because I've gotten major headaches.
Yeah, you can get major elevation sickness from that altitude as well.
Yeah, and I started just drinking a lot of water, and that seemed to solve it for me.
Yeah,
so everybody's different, obviously.
I'd probably drink a gallon of coffee.
And Johnny DRC is talking about, he would love to dive that mountain. Yeah, one of the things, Mark, that would be amazing is to follow somebody off that 90-meter jump, right? Just tuck in behind him and just watch him float all the way down to the landing.
That would be so
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles Hatmaker, you're here. Thanks
if Johnny Drone Fly is in here, I'd give him I told him I'd give him a shout out.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Is he in here? If not, he'll watch it later. Johnny Drone Flyer.
He's here.
Big shout out.
Yeah, he's here.
He busted him, huh? All right. Well, that's good. So, Jenna, have you had a chance to fly in the snow with your Avata?
Actually, no, because there's no snow.
Oh, you're expecting snow coming up soon, right?
Well, no, it's actually been warm. It's freezing at night, in the 20s or whatever. But during the day, it's 35, 38, 40.
Where are you at, Jenna?
Upstate.
You're upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Yeah. So basically, same here. We had some flurries today. Nothing to say we got snow because But no, we got about the same temperatures. and it doesn't look like it's breaking. As a matter of fact, it's going to be 50 degrees on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be warm again, which isn't not necessarily good for winter sports. So,
No.
Right.
True.
Yeah, the ice skaters are swimming.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, without the snow on the ground, it's just kind of dull, icky.
Oh,
brown.
nice.
Everything's dead.
Yeah.
I'm going to share. Can you guys see the screen of this time lapse?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I can see the screen.
Awesome.
There it goes.
This is, I put this camera at the bedroom window of the person that owns the place that I'm saying. This is what she wakes up to.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And
this is where she lives?
Yeah. And the storm came through and then it cleared up for a little bit.
That's so awesome.
And I shot this with a pocket.
Yeah.
And you can see the motion lapse coming in.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
And the storm is just, that was the 18 inches that day we got overnight.
How did you keep the pocket running for so long, for that long of a time?
I plugged it in right to a
USB.
Oh, okay.
Actually right to the one of those bricks.
A brick, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
And that's how
this
it was
like
a 5-hour run.
Yeah.
And then I did another one later on in the afternoon. Here's the storm just blowing in, and you can see it just. And this is midday, just turning dark.
Wow.
And let me see if I can play the next one.
Huh?
I'm not sure if this is the next one or not.
It looks very similar to the first one.
I don't think this is the same one. So I'm going to remove this and add it to another shot here coming up.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah, and there's
clouds rolling.
So it's kind of fun having all the toys, right? Where you get to play, because then you can, you bought this $300 little device, and what are you going to do with it, right?
The pocket is amazing.
The motion lapse, I love it. The hyperlapse, I love it.
And then you can also pan with it,
right, and that's that motion.
You just set it up right on your phone. I mean, I love the pocket. I broke mine's because I just didn't take care of it. I would just throw it in whatever. But yeah, I kind of miss it, because I just like that whole you could just pan with it and do a time lapse, like a hyperlapse or something.
Okay, this one.
That's post processing within. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's the same day in the evening. And so the storm you saw earlier was during the day, and this one is coming in the evening. So, and it's so dramatic. Oh, this is the same one. Sorry. But anyway, you get the point.
Yeah, looks nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good B-roll stuff, man. You could totally use that in some B-roll, just stick it in, And
that's why I got it. I put it up there because it's gonna dovetail what I've been doing here, right?
Yeah.
And I'll share the next thing that I want to share is the setup that you were asking about, Brad. What am I doing? What's happening? Because I know that that's something you want to see. So let me find this video file here. This one's going to be.
I always like Al, and the reason I ask that, I always ask people of behind the scenes stuff. It's always cool to see that because you don't know what it takes. A lot of people don't know what it takes to set that stuff up.
All right, Jenna and I are working on this table right here. This is my layout. We got to work on this big, huge truck right here. And this is behind the scenes stuff. This is all for the artists. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my abode. Welcome. It's all the cables that I have to put into a switch for this room. This is actually behind the scenes, and you can see everybody working real hard. And there's there's the artist stuff, and there's the media stuff, and so this is all the network people trying to set it up. So yeah,
but that's going to be a bee's hive over the next couple of days, right?
Yeah, and my volunteer schedule, I loaded it up on the front end, Brad, big time, because I didn't want to get stuck in the middle of that theater production stuff, where the theaters promoting all the films that are independent film producers and all that, and so I wanted just to do the setup and then just step away and then go to ski.
Yeah, fly the drone and everything else.
Right. So, that's what I ended up kind of setting on my schedule on the front end to do all the setup and all the configuration. And then during that whole crazy event that you were talking about, the Beehive, as you said, I wasn't going to get stuck in the middle. I would be.
So, Al, speaking on the drone side of things, which ones did you end up, or were you able to carry with you on your flights? And which ones did you take with you?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I ended up taking the Autel Nano Plus. I took the DJI POS and the infamous Jenna. What did you travel with when you went to Hawaii?
The Air 2S.
There you go. The Air
That's
2S.
A good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Solid bird, right?
Oh my goodness, man!
It's so
Don't talk no more. I just sold mine.
That's okay. Just get the Enterprise.
It did a rescue though. It did do a rescue. So we rescued that. So the last performance by the Air 2S was the rescue of a Mavic 3 Enterprise, a $7,000 phone.
Oh, I got that video, right? You want me to play it?
It's a little long. I wouldn't play it really, but you should go over there and check it out. It was a really cool. So this guy, I'll kind of talk about what had happened. This guy Max is he's in my drone group, of course, Big Mug, and he was saying, hey, I got my Mavic 3 Enterprise stuck in a tree, and it's been 4 days. I can't get it out. So I was busy, but I reached out to him and I said, listen, I'm a little bit busy, but Saturday morning looks like I got a window. It's going to rain on Saturday, but I can get there early, like 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. I said, I got a great idea what can happen. I have an Air 2S and I have the drop system from Star RC. So I never really used the drop system, but I said what we could do is we can tie a rope with it and get a coat hanger. Coat hangers are good for everything. When I steal cars and stuff, I use coat hangers. And okay, wait a minute, I don't steal cars. But anyways,
okay.
So coat hanger. I said, wrap the string around it, whatever. I'll take it up and we'll put it on the tree, and then we'll hook it, and then we'll pull at it, and I'll hopefully catch it on the way down. And that's what happened. And so he was like, oh, that's a great idea. You think it's going to work? And I said, I know it's going to work. I rescue drones. I go into the water and into the deep and, go under the water like 100,000 leagues under the sea, and like Jacques Cousteau and Aquaman and all that. And I said, it's going to work. It's going to work. I mean, so anyways, so, I bring it up and I got the Air 2S. The Air 2S is just a solid drone all the way around. That thing is just like amazing in the wind. It's got a great camera. I mean, it's just a great drone, and I sold it.
Oh man!
Should I go get it back?
No.
Well,
I can pivot my feed from there.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Let's watch some of this.
If I want from here,
do that, guys. But,
if I just start to roll on that new edge, right? I can go from here to here.
Free instructions.
Right, this is
by
there,
friends.
but
yeah,
I'm on that edge really early.
Teach people how to ski
then I can extend my legs.
or without ice.
So because I'm hopping from one ski to the
I
other.
looked back and what I saw was you kind of finish turn here and then you kind of go here.
Yeah.
So it's that
the
we're all taught, you extend to start the new turn.
Right.
But on these things, you don't need to.
You just roll your hips. Okay.
I'm not sure how low you usually like your GoPro. It's kind of pointing down a little bit, so I'm not sure if that's where you usually have it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was rude of him. He told you what to do, then he left.
Don't worry, I'm going to go pick his brain
that's
again here. Conditions are pretty tough to ski today because of the whiteout conditions.
Yikes.
And so I come down here and go,
over your feet. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Okay.
So you're just using your hips now, huh, Al?
All you gotta do is just
Yeah, because I'm using these fat skis, and the older kind of skis, they were narrow, and you had to really just work them. And this is a husband-wife team that moved here.
Yeah, this is a different kind of ski. These skis are so different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, all you need to do is just kind of go.
Good stuff, Al. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that little tip, and I was like, because he related it to these guys also barefoot and water ski.
And if you had the water skis on, you'd be all over it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but he related all this to water skiing, so I was like, dang. Yeah.
How fast
so this is what I've been doing. I've been having a lot of fun on slopes. I don't want to.
So it doesn't look crowded out there, Al. I guess was that kind of the way it was everywhere on that slope.
Today was a challenging day because of how much snow they were getting, and so a lot of people just bailed. And
so I'd never skied. I snowboarded, but
yeah,
it's about the same thing, right?
Right. And I tagged along earlier. You would love this, Jenna, because the instructors were certifying other instructors for the blind, the visually impaired. And so the lady that was wearing the red coat, she was one that certified the two other instructors that they were good to go. So it's amazing time here, guys. It's just been incredible meeting so many unselfish people here helping so many people.
Wow.
Look at the cat.
Sorry, distraction.
No, I love it, man. I mean, kitty cat, right?
Our cat Hazel. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good because I'm getting ready to, dovetail what you just put up there. I'll find you a cute little video here at the end too. Oh yeah, here. I'll open it now, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is. Oh, he just came up and licked me and gave me hello, and as I was taking my gears off. Yeah, and it's just amazing, that there's so many individuals that give back
and
help other people. It's just crazy. It's crazy, guys. Oh wow!
I see. Scott Jackrabbit said last time he snow ski was in 1984. It was a senior trip. That's been a few years.
Yeah. Colorado.
I think the last time I tried this, I've only done it one time, and that was when I was in the youth group at my church back in 1980, maybe something like 1980. Oh, look at that, cute.
Wait a minute, he's got a diaper.
Look. Oh, that's even cuter. That's cute.
We got the diaper.
Lick him to death. Lick him.
Jenna, you have a different background today.
Come on, Juju.
I did. I was trying to get a cool picture of my dog. Something a little bit darker, just have a light on one side of his face, dark on the other. So I had a dark background, so I switched it out. But he doesn't cooperate too well. He doesn't sit, and then he lays down, and then it's too low. And one of these days, it's just once. I just need one good picture of him. But he's downstairs right now because he did something to his leg. He's limping pretty good on it, and I'm upstairs, and so he's barking at me. That's why I go on mute and I tell him to shut up.
Aww.
So he wants to come up here, but I don't want him going up and down the stairs.
Got it. Is it the front leg or the back leg?
It's the front leg, and I don't know what he did. We were just laying on the couch, and we get up to go to bed, and he comes into the room, and he's limping. I says, "What the hell is he doing?"
And nothing's on it,
Nothing's on it. He's fine. Like nothing's broken. There's no broken skin. I think maybe he likes to lay on his back, and I'm thinking that when he was laying on his back next to the couch, maybe he got his paw stuck under the couch when he went to turn over or something. and he may have just kind of stretched something. It's getting a little better today, but yeah, he was pretty sore on it this morning. So I'm hoping it's going to get better. But if it doesn't, then
yeah, no, I got you. So what I'm going to play is the video from the Autel Nano Plus. And Brad, when we flew the Autel Nano Plus, we had a really good time. You were flying the Mini 3, and you were making comments how well that camera worked. Remember? And
yeah.
And so what you're going to see now is the Autel Nano Plus. And this is a nice little bird, man. It can.
I'm assuming this is sunset, Al, or is it sunrise?
This is the sunrise.
Sunrise, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a sweet little bird, man, and easy to fly, and it's smooth. The camera and the sensor all together gives you a really nice picture. But this is actually a animal preserve, and what you're seeing in the lower hand quadrant here is where the elk bed at night.
Oh.
And so now we have elk that we can take a look at. I've been waiting to get a shot of them, but to be honest with you, I've just been so tired at night lately. So that is the shot of the Nano Plus.
Yeah, Autel makes Autel, their camera science, I love it. You know, I just never could get used to their flight characteristics on their older drones, so I don't really know. The last time I flew, I'm not sure what it was. It was Marcus Crawford's. It was at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Just before that, remember
that was the Nano Plus. Yeah, that was the Nano Plus. That orange one.
I think Ron Brown was flying it after me.
Right. Yeah.
And so I was flying it, and then I handed the control over to Ron Brown. But it seems to me that their flight characteristics on these newer drones are a little different than the Evo 2 Pro, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you know how the Evo 2 Pro is really jerky. It's just, you know, you have to go in and do a lot of stuff in order to make it. It doesn't fly really well right out of the box.
Yeah, and of course we could change all the curves, right?
Right.
To kind of fit your style.
I just never got that. You know, it's really sluggish. The Evo 2 Pro, really sluggish. I don't understand why Autel just didn't fix all of that, you know, to fly it, to have those characteristics right out of the box. But what they do have, and I you know, of course this is personal opinion, but their cameras are just amazing. Like what you get out of the color science and what you get out of it, I love their cameras.
I agreed, and what I've noticed is that the video is much better than the photos. So when I do photos, I'm like, how come I don't get the same kind of, you know, pop out of it? You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I got some of my best video out of the Evo 2 Pro. It was just that, you know, the flying was like, I just couldn't, you know, and I just really didn't have the time to go in and try to tweak it and, you know, all that, you know, especially like when you're on a shoot, like, you know, and most of the time when I'm flying really it's on a shoot, I don't want to go in and have to like figure this out. You know, I just want to be able to fly and get a great shot and be able to, like, you know, and it's like you're not putting intelligent flight modes in. You know, you
So Mark, I got a question. I got a question for you on that. Can you set up a particular mode to be saved so you can draw it out later? Like if you want to set up flying characteristics of slow cinematic photography and then pull it up as, you know, setting 1. Can you do that?
I believe you can. I think you can assign, you know, those things to. So I tried to work with it, you know, when I had downtime or whatever, and I tried to tweak it out and everything, but it still just didn't have that get up and go like the Mavic 3 does. The Mavic 3 is incredible. the air to S, of course. You know, you just get it in the air and you can get those smooth shots. And if you want to just throw it in like, you know, the tripod mode or whatever it is, cine mode, whatever, it just slows everything down and you know. But it just has that, it's not jerky and it's not sluggish. Well, you know, chasing boats, for instance. I could never pull out the Evo 2 Pro and chase a boat. You know, now I did have the Evo 2 Pro version 1, but you know, coming out with the version 2, they didn't change nothing, you know. It was just because that whole like controller issue that we didn't have the chips or whatever, you know.
But you know what, Mark? The Light Plus that they have now, which is the equivalent of like the Mavic 2 series, or now the Enterprise series.
Yeah,
that thing is a beast and is really good at that.
I think I'm actually gonna like look into that. That might be one. I you know, I might even, you know, I know it's been out for a while, but that might be something I'd be looking to in the future. You know, because love the camera science, man. Just love it.
Well,
you know, it's just
I'm gonna do a shout out, or not a shout out, but a request that if anybody's going to the South Florida drone meetup, bring all your Autel products. We'd love for you guys to kind of share your experience, or you know, maybe let Mark or I fly it, and Brad fly it, Jenna fly it. And
well, I think I just seen a question if I was going to the South Florida drone meetup, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to go this year.
Oh, we're gonna miss you, brother.
Yeah,
oh,
I don't know.
That means
in the air right now. I'm talking to my wife about it, but we've been wanting to go out like out of the country for vacation, and you know she works, and so last year she wasn't working, so we was like, you know, we had a little bit more, but she doesn't want to waste her vacations on like, you know, Florida this year. We want to go to, you know, somewhere out of the country, but I don't know. We just was talking about it tonight, and I'm just trying to. Like, because Captain Ray, when he was on tonight, he was saying, well, we're going to miss you. But if she keeps on hearing that, she's probably going to say, all right, let's just go stay in Fort Lauderdale, and then we can go tonight, and I can come, you know. But
well,
never know.
Hey, we got a new person in. Oh, sorry. We got a new person in the chat real quick. Small Town. That's my buddy Don in Crew, Virginia. That's where I was at the last 2 days or days.
Hey, Small Town.
And
welcome.
Yep. His name's Don, and he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 35 plus years.
Small Town, big state.
I will do a quick shout out. Nobody knows where he lives. He might not like this, but he's watching the stream right now. But this is what he has in his man cave down in the basement.
Oh,
it's a bar, and he's got big screen TV. You see, he's watching us right now. But
that looked like the scene of Cheers.
Yeah,
that's right. It did. It does. I drank there last night. Like I got a little tipsy on a couple of drinks last night there.
Well, maybe
he's got one of those things. Yep. Go ahead, Al.
Maybe Small Town can host us while we do the Monday night gig. You know.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Small Town, big
I'll say this: he's got enough room for about 3 people.
Small Town.
It's in the basement. No, he's got more room than 3 people, but he's got a beautiful man cave with a Cheers like bar. I mean, it doesn't look like Cheers, but yeah, he's got a really nice man cave.
Small Town, big bar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jenna, are you going to the South Florida drone meetup?
I'm hoping to.
Okay.
I'm hoping to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I'm hoping make it a little bit of a vacation-ish. I want to bring some friends down, Jules and Nancy, and maybe we'll go down early. Maybe we'll go to the Keys and then pop back up to Jensen. It might be the only vacation I get this year if I end up moving. So
is it?
That's right.
Is it close to Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, it's not far. It's not far from there at all.
2 hours.
Yeah, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, all right. So it's not as close. It's just like staying in Orlando then.
Oh, it's a lot better.
Well, yeah, a lot better than that. And Orlando from Jensen Beach is what? That's three hours maybe.
It was 2 hours and 40-something minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, especially getting out of that airport, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah. So
hey, Johnny, how you doing, man? 2 hours, he said. Johnny said that it's 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. Well, I drove from Oviedo.
No, then he said 3 hours.
No.
He said 2 hours.
Johnny, make up your mind. See what I mean?
He said 3 hours.
See what I mean about Johnny? That's what I'm talking about. Now he says 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours.
We're just messing with each other.
Yeah, Maddie's in Fort Lauderdale. That's where he's from. He's real.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Maddie's in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I heard that last night when he was on one of the live shows.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are come to the end of the show, so we're going to do this. Anything you want to promote? I'll start with the ladies. Jenna?
Well,
I'm glad you're
just talking about it. So yeah, so South Florida Drone Meetup. God, I hope get to go, and I know it'll be a good time. So yeah, looking forward to that. Seeing everybody down there. I mean, you 85 people now on the list. I think Captain Ray was highlighting, so maybe we'll get a little bit more. But yeah, I'm hoping to go. Like I said, it might be my only vacation, so we'll do that. And all the beautiful, lovely folks at the film festival that you got going on out there, Sundance. And also, can't let it go without Martin Luther King Day.
Thank you. We'll just keep going around counterclockwise. So, B-Rad, anything you're interested in promoting?
No, just it's fun doing the show, and that just shout out back out to my buddy Don there, small town, and thanks for having me over last night. And we had some fun messing with some arcade stuff. He's got a slot machine and a couple other toys we were playing with. So thanks for coming by and supporting the stream, and appreciate Jenna, you and Mark coming in and joining us. And this is my first time back on the show for been a little bit, but we'll try to make more appearances here going forward. And just enjoy talking with you guys. Yep. Cheers. I don't have anything tonight. It's a work night.
Well, I gotta say Avata, so.
And you still hurt from last night too.
Avata.
Very good. Now we move to Mark. Mark, anything you want to promote or just enlighten us?
So yeah, South Florida Drone Meetup, of course. It's a great time, man. I mean, it's last couple of years, it's just amazing people. You get there and you don't hardly even fly, because you're always busy just talking with everybody and meeting everybody face to face. You know what I mean? That's the greatest part about it. It's like a family. But we also here in Rhode Island are gonna have our second. We skipped last year because of reasons of my mom going to the hospital and all this and that. But we're gonna have it this year. I believe it's July 30th, but I'll get more as far as the date. I'll put that out there and everybody will know. But Rick Mug, Rhode Island Drone Meetup, we're gonna have a meetup also. But so and thank you for having me on the show. It was amazing. You guys are great. Tennessee, B-Rad, LD.
Hey, thank you so much for coming. And with that note, I mean, Monday we're going to be doing the same thing. Robbie and I will be hosting. Please join us then for the World Drone Community. But man, it's a pleasure doing this thing with the guests like this. It's just incredibly fun, right? I mean, we're running an hour and 3 minutes, now an hour and 4 minutes, and it just flew by. It's just so much fun, right? And I'm going to thank everybody for joining. So with that said, everybody,
enjoy it.
You all
enjoy your time.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your time.
Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Finally, bye.